it, to share ideas, views, and thoughts, and also see how we can sensitize people on the best way to go about nutrition. I am Okereke Goodluck Obioma from Center for Food Technology and Science, Benue State University, Nigeria. I'm to present the topic on toxicological sequence of application of chemicals on food. Toxins are those harmful substances produced by plants and animals that affect the human body system, resulting in a lot of health concerns. We have natural and artificial toxins. Artificial toxins are the one who has actually led to a lot of health-related issues in the recent time. Because the natural toxins, human body have developed the mechanism of detoxifying it. But that of artificial toxins, he cannot handle it very well. So humans are facing increasing exposure of artificial toxins for spiking array of chemicals used in production of synthetic foods and chemicals. Human body lacks detoxifying means against these artificial toxins. These chemicals are added for organoleptic, nutritive, and technology purposes. Unbiased studies have traced many unpleasant symptoms and health problems to these chemicals in food problem. We have so many synthetic products today, processed food products, that we use a lot of chemicals to produce. Either we want to improve the eye appeal, we want to improve the taste, flavor, we want to improve the color, or we want to bring up the nutritional value, we want to step it up, or we want to use it to aid processing. Sometimes it's used to remove impurities in water. Some of these chemicals are used to kill pathogens in water and food. So these are, we have to look at the major sources, and by the time we know the sources of the problems we have, that takes us to a level to know them and then avoid them and save our health. The two major sources of toxic chemicals in foods are food additives. Those ones we add to improve the nutrition and environmental. Examples of them are aspartame, monosodium glutamate, sodium benzoate, and so many other ones. Cholesterol, trans fats. Chemicals, another source of it is chemicals used in farming. We have used a lot of chemicals these days to do farm work, to grow plants, to grow crops, to grow animals. Pesticides, herbicides, veterinary medicines, all these are used to boost food production, to give you early harvest, to multiply 3 times ordinary what that animal could produce. Some of the additives, I'll just pick some common ones. There are many of them that we're going to pick for. We're going to pick for the interest of this program, at least for the time being. We're going to choose some we use very commonly in this part of the world and even the whole world too. Number one on the list is aspartame. Allicin, otherwise has brand name like Nutraceuticals or Equal, is a sweetener that is utilized in many products, in beverage products, like in yogurt production, it is utilized. All those is used to sweeten. It's about 200 times sweeter than the non-regular sugar. And then the food processors have decided to have found this invaluable in utilizing it because it gives you, it becomes more profitable. Production cost is reduced. Now, the researchers have actually implicated these artificial additives in cases like multiple sclerosis, because it is made up of an ester, methyl ester of dipeptide, aspartic acid, and phenylalanine. So when we take it, if we ingest it in the body system, it have a breakdown into its constituents. Methyl ester, aspartic acid, I can see on the structure there, and phenylalanine. Further oxidation of the methyl ester will lead to methanol. Free methanols available there. Methanol there can oxidize further. When it oxidizes further, it forms formaldehyde or formalin, which is a neurotoxin that affects the brain, the nerves, and the spinal cord in different ways. It's also discovered to astronomy. Then it happens at elevated temperature. In places like Africa, where we have a lot of sunshine, some of these products are not stored in cold areas. So they are stored in elevated temperatures. When they are stored in elevated temperature, you see more of this production of formaldehyde on the increase. And people consume this, but when they consume poison, they consume toxins that will cause a lot of problems like multiple sclerosis, a communication gap, that results, a disease that results in a communication gap between the brain and other parts of the body. It results in a lot of problems with the brain, vision loss, mental retardation, dizziness, epileptic seizure, most type of body mass syndrome. All these are found in. So, and where these days are telling people to look at the label listings, labels of the food products, label of the vegetables before you consume them. Some people too have what you call phenylketonuria. Some of them are sensitive to phenylalanine, and when they accumulate, because they have not had this organ, a mechanism that can detoxify, that can metabolize phenylalanine. So it results to accumulation of phenylalanine, and then result a lot of problems. The second one they have released is monosodium glutamate. Monosodium glutamate is an active ingredient in seasoning agents used in flavor protein containing food. It's found in restaurant foods, soup, Chinese food, stews. In my area, Africa, in the area where I come from, Nigeria, it's always the commonest ingredient found in every woman's kitchen. So they use it very often. And we have had a lot of problems because it puts flavor. It's a flavor enhancer. Some of the problems we have been able to duplicate. A lot of health concerns implicated in it are headache, stroke, high blood pressure, tightness in the chest, neurological diseases, hormone inducement of obesity, type 2 diabetes, and metabolic syndrome. All these problems have been traced to consumption of monosodium glutamate. That we can see here is sodium salt of L-glutamic acid. Next, we have sodium benzoate and sodium benzoate. Sodium benzoate have actually been utilized in production of so many of these beverages, soft drinks, because what it does is it inhibits the growth of microorganisms. So, and then on reaction with this, produced together with ascorbic acid, it reacts to form benzene. Benzene is a carcinogen. It's a carcinogen that results in a lot of health problems. White sugar is another one they utilize very well. But white sugar we're talking about is it's a product of processed, it's a processed sugar, which has been promote the growth of cancer because those hormones, those tumors, cancerous tumors grow on glucose. So a lot of problems, you see them, they can also scatter, they can also destroy the beta cells found in pancreas that is used in production of insulin, and a lot of different problems. Artificial coloring agents, these are the ones too now these days. I see people producing ice cream, they put a lot of colors, a lot of coloring agents, dyes, synthetic dyes. These are produced from petroleum, they are produced from coal tar. That's what they're adding on, and they have implicated the regulatory bodies have actually banned so many of them. But up to today, we're having a lot of issues. Some are still going on to use it, and that's a clear call for regulatory bodies to go and review these processes. They need to review their processes. They need to take time and then move in and find out what they're doing. Find out because of them too are not informed. Carry out some seminars, carry out some of these programs, and then encourage them. Tell them what they want to do. Tell them the quantities to be used. Make sure that they comply with the limits and recommendations by World Health Organization, by FDA, by so many regulatory bodies, local and international regulatory bodies. So we have had a lot of implications that have implicated in cancers, the cause immune disruption. Most of them are found like food dyes like red 40, red yellow, yellow 5, and yellow 6 are linked to the many forms of cancer. So let us use more of the natural color of the food products. Let's not go into that. I know it's fascinating. Most of them they do this because they want to make a lot of profit. Then the next thing we use is trans fat. Trans fats have been taken as a fake fat. Most of them they use it because people are scared of fat. They want to take something that will give you fat flavor test. They will not add calories to your body system. They will not add cholesterol. The trans fat, though it has been approved by against the objection of dozens of leading scientists, but all the same there, it has been created a lot of problems. It also promotes the deposits of low density cholesterol. It also helps in the removal of good cholesterol, high density lipoproteins, and also introduces a lot of fat problem. Cardiovascular disease, stroke, weight gain, type 2 diabetes, heart attacks have all been indicated on consumption of this particular fat. So I'm also encouraging our regulatory bodies to review this, find out, review, allow us also do more researches. A lot of conflicting research results have been coming up. Another one is nitrate and nitrate, which are utilized very well in preservation of meat. But extensive research have found that nitrite, where combines with amine, secondary amine at very high temperature to produce nitrous amine. Nitrous amine have been implicated in cancer cause. It causes cancer, implicated in cancer. So we should cut down on the use of this nitrate. And must be done in a way that we don't compromise the food safety. Sulfite is another one we use. Most times we don't need to preserve fruits, vegetables, we keep them fresh, prevent discoloration and control black spot, prevent bacterial growth and fermentation. So, but we're adding this in regard actually talking about the health implications in addition to the and that has actually caused a lot of health problems in the whole world, because most people have actually had their dependence on processed food products. So, and the implications are there. Carcinogenic, also can trigger allergic reaction, dermatitis, and so many of them. The second group of use of chemicals that can lead to toxic effect is use of chemicals in farming. Most of our farm produce, food scientists depend on farm produce from agriculture, and that's an encouragement. Let us bring in more people in agriculture in the next event conference, so that it's also share knowledge. They should know what we're doing. But most times they use a lot of herbicides, fungicides, insecticides, nematicides, pesticides, grains, and use a lot of medicine, veterinary medicines, antibiotics to grow these animals, to grow their plants, in order to have a bumper harvest, in order to have healthy animals and plants and crops. Also, egg processing. All these things actually drop. All these things are left in the food product as a residue, which enter food chain. Some of them are fed with things like trash, sawdust, shredded newspaper, processed sewage, mixed with ammonia. And all these have resulted to a lot of health problems: cancer, Parkinson's disease, tissue sarcoma, malignant lymphoma, low birth weight, the first neurological problem, disruption of hormones, and these are the problems. That's why we're having an increased health problems in the whole world these days. More especially in developing countries like ours, like Nigeria and some other African countries. In the Western world, they control this. There will also is an opening work. It's not open investigation. In conclusion, we have actually looked at, we have seen innumerable toxicological effects through the application of chemicals, irrespective of the health benefits. Therefore, the use of chemicals on foods and farming must be done without compromise to food safety. Thus, please, movement to organic food remains the safest option. Cut down on processed food products. Go more on organic food. Increase the also calling all researchers like all of us here to let us go in depth research works on the toxicological potential of many chemicals used in food production and farming. Please, thank you so much. I want to leave here for Q&A section. Question and answers.
Thank you so much, Dr. Okereke. Anyone have a question to Doctor?